Good. Okay. There we go. You can hear us now.
There we go.
Okay.
Had to
Oh, what
finish it
joy.
with,
You can hear us now.
messing it up.
But yeah.
Happy to hear that.
Wow. What an event that was. Um, I really enjoyed that event. What do you guys? How do you guys feel about that event?
Uh, catastrophically good.
Uh, I'm not gonna sit here and say it was perfect, but I think honestly it had quite a nice charm to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Potterthon 11 is in the books. What's wrong with Flo in the portrait?
I
Like Flo
can
in
I
the
can go
portrait.
away if you want. Look, lovely. I'm gone.
He's gone. Beat bye bye. But no, honestly though, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone just for watching. Like, we'll go through it as per usual, the thank you list and everything in a minute, but this event has been a little bit jumbled, but I think I am really grateful. Organizers who are behind the other layer. Ow. But you messed up.
Oh
um,
wow, it looks good like that.
but yeah, so it's been a really awesome event. Thank you to everybody for getting involved. But again, we're gonna go down the thank yous list because as always we come prepared. Um, Obviously, it goes without saying that we couldn't put on events like this without a whole variety of people, most importantly, the runners. We wouldn't have runs to show you guys without the runners. So, huge thank you to everybody who's ran at this event. I want to say an extra special thank you to Captain Paxa, who covered a run for Sammy Pebbles because this bright spark decided that they were going to add Sammy speedruns to the group and not Sammy Pebbles. Sammy has got back to us and he's graciously agreed just to skip his run. But big props to Sammy and even more bigger props to Paxo for jumping in at the very last minute and covering a run. It is very much appreciated and we are very grateful. So that it caused us a good bit of laughter though when we realised what had happened. Um, Moving on then, speaking of commentators, not too many commentators this time around, and I think most commentators were people that were also runners, but still, the commentators deserve their love too. It's sometimes not an easy thing to commentate over a run. You're trying to find a good time to jump in and talk about stuff and bits and pieces like that. So, huge thank you to the commentators. Flo, do you want to talk about the hosts? Outside
Yes.
of hosting.
Yeah, thank you everyone who took the time to host, especially Skillet who just jumped in, even though he wasn't initially supposed to host any like run whatsoever, but we were like kind of short on hosting. I had to go to work yesterday until like 1 a.m. and we were like really not that many people who could host, and yeah, Skillet is Giga Chad and just decided to just join in, help us out with hosting. So very appreciated, and obviously thank you to everyone who took part in hosting and helping hosting. My fellow organizer here as well, Miney, Lily, and Mentis, and as well as Portal, who was kind of last minute as well. I think we just asked him, "Hey, you think you can help us?" So yeah, no, thank you everyone.
Also, we'll tack on to that. A thank you to Forgetful, even though he wasn't able to complete his shift, he did offer to help out. And I also want to say a thank you to Islia, who also signed up, but because we had to drop the Friday, it meant that we couldn't include her because she's not available at all over this weekend because she's at another event. So big shout outs to both of them. Even though they didn't get to appear on the stream, they still offered their help, which is greatly appreciated when you're trying to run an event like this. In terms of restreaming, it was all done by us this time around because we didn't have any restream signups. So the four of us were handling it, and it led, I think, a few moments that were a bit like, what's going on? But we got through it.
Yeah.
But speaking of restreaming, I want to say a massive thank you to Flo for letting us use his PC to restream the event. It's been going all night and since yesterday morning. His poor PC probably needs a good rest after this.
I think so too. Yeah.
But a huge thank you to Flo and on the Verge. I want to say a massive thank you as ever to Ilish for the amazing layouts. This is the third time we've used these layouts, and I love them so much. This scene in particular is really, really cool. I love all the different artwork on it. There's some great creativity in there. Um, Again, I think I asked you this at Potterthon, but I'm going to say it again. Is there anywhere we can direct people to for Ilish's stuff? Maybe somewhere they could maybe financially contribute?
Uh, 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 uh,
If
follow
there
her
is
on
Ilish, feel free
Twitch.
to post it in the chat because
Follow her on
Ilish deserves
Twitch.
all the love for these amazing layouts. Go and follow her on Twitch. Give her a shout out as well. Um, Amazing, amazing person. Yeah, Ilish made all of these layouts from scratch, both for this and for Potterthon. Since 2020, she did 9, 10, and 11, and she did Potterthon 24 and 25 as well. So huge and massive thank you to Ilish for all of her hard work as ever. She is an incredible, incredible artist, and we're very grateful to have her involved. Moving on then down the list, speaking of incredible people, want to say a huge thank you to Jagodu for the use of his RTMP servers. I don't know what that means. Basically, it means the servers we stream the video to, which then goes to we take and then put all the fancy graphics that Ilish makes over it. So yeah, without him, we wouldn't be able to really do this event at all. So thank you to him for allowing us to use those servers and for any tournament that the community does, especially because this year there's been a lot of tournaments. Um, Big thank you to the mods for helping us to moderate the chat and keep the people informed of what's going on. Special thanks in this instance to my fellow organisers again for helping sort of titles, commands, and whatnot, because we've lost some of the systems that we used to have, unfortunately, but we are working on rebuilding them, like the automatic like layout changes and whatnot. So that will all be coming back next year. We just didn't have the time, unfortunately, to implement it this year. But yeah, and also, of course, we want to say a massive thank you to everyone who donated. I think I speak for the entire when I say we weren't expecting to hit the
Oh
$500.
yeah, no, absolutely not.
I was not expecting to get this close. I don't know, Mantis and Lily, if you would agree, but yeah, I wasn't expecting to.
Yeah, no, especially like as a lot of you guys know, we were supposed to have a 3-day event, but at first when we announced Potterthon, we had very little amount of runs. We could only run one day. Towards the end, we managed to like fit 2 full days. But yeah, no, we definitely didn't expect it to go as well as it did. So I can only say thank you for
Yeah.
that.
I'm sorry, especially everyone's donation is appreciated, big or small. But I do especially want to say a big thank you to those that threw in some big donations that really helped to push us up there. We are now, I'm running the math. We've now raised $10,824 for the Trevor Project, and we've raised in total for good causes $13,989.15, which is pretty darn good if you ask me. That means we're just over $1,000 away from 15,000 for good causes. That's for Lumas, Direct Relief, and for the Trevor Project. So that's pretty darn cool that we've done that over the past 10 years. So huge shout outs to not only the HP community now, but the HP community of past, present, and hopefully future for all of that incredible work. And also, of course, we want to say thank you to everyone that watched, shared, rated, especially because not everyone can financially support the stream, but you might be able to share it with someone who can. You might just be able to boost us by giving some views. Like every little helps, even if you're not able to financially contribute to the stream. Being here and supporting us and showing the runners the love in the chat. I've really enjoyed seeing the chat engage with some of our runners. It's been really cool to see. And yeah, I'm honestly really grateful to the entire community, as ever, for the support they share this event. So what happens next for Potterthon? Well, this is our last event of the year, and then next year we'll be back with another Potterthon and another Pottercon. Now, we are going to be running a survey in the not too distant future, which we will annoy you a little bit about again. We'll just ping the servers one last time, but it'll be in like 3 weeks, so you guys won't have to worry. We're not going to ping you tomorrow, don't worry. And it's basically just going to be a few questions of a few bits and pieces that, well, we're sort of wondering, do we want to have a little look at how we do things? Do we want to maybe move when the events are? There's a few questions that have come up from community members in the past years that we've sort of said, okay, we should take some time and ask the community what they want. It is a survey, it's not like a poll or a vote or anything. We're just going to see what people say and sort of, you know, see if there's any changes we think we need to make or we want to make. So, yeah, keep an eye out for that. I probably said that. You could probably fit it until probably the end of the year, I guess. I don't see why not. And then we can look at it in the new year. Does that sound good to you guys?
I think so, yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, so keep your eye out for that in the first couple of weeks of October. There is also the, in terms of upcoming events, there's the HP3 Any% tournament coming up. It started next weekend on Portal's channel. And I believe there's a bingo tournament at some point, but that's not been announced yet, so keep your eyes peeled for that on the PC Discord, I guess. But yeah, really though, from the bottom of my heart, as this is my first Potterthon as lead organizer, I want to say thank you to everyone for sticking with us. I know this event has been a bit rough around the edges, and we totally didn't accidentally not include someone by accident. But honestly, I have a real soft spot for this event, and I don't know exactly why. But I just think it's a really nice example for me of when the chips are down, the organization team pulls together and supports each other. Flo was feeling a bit tired this morning because he came in late from work. I covered his shift, he covered mine, so I could go back to bed. You know, we look out for each other, we support each other, and all in all, I think that's a really nice thing, and I'm really grateful to have such an amazing organisation team. Lily, of course, for helping to put together the schedule and working her magic with making the Angus page and doing all the planning, working out different possible scenarios when we had a low viewership, not low viewership, sorry, low submissions. Really appreciate it there. And Mantis stepping into his role. I'm sure he will come more into fruition next year. He's going to be looking into the software for us that we were using before to change stuff, and just generally talking with Mantis. He's got so many cool ideas, and I'm looking forward to working with him properly. And maybe we'll get some more people on board. Maybe we won't. We'll see what happens. It's the end of the year now. We're kind of in our chill period. But yeah, from the bottom of my heart, as I say, thank you. And I will give an apology to the fact this event is on the same weekend as I know there's a European event going on right now, and UKSG. Next year, we're going to make sure it's not conflicting with stuff like that, because I know it sucks for people like Dino that would like to be here, but unfortunately can't because he's at UKSG. So watch this space, basically. But keep your eye out for that survey, like I say. Is there anything any of the other you guys want to say?
Yeah, I think you know, everything very nicely. Yeah, last thing for me was, it was my first time fully having to set up all the layouts and restreaming and everything. So yeah, I apologize if you probably saw a lot of like stuff that, last minute anything layout, or yeah, my apologies. It was my first time like having to fiddle with layouts and prepare everything. So now I have some experience, hopefully for the next year. And yeah, again, if Mentis can look for possibly better tools for us to use and more friendly. But overall, I think it was a pretty nice experience for me. I enjoyed having to actually prepare everything. I thought it was pretty nice, even though a bit chaotic at times. But yeah.
Yeah, the joys of being an organizer. I don't know if Mantis or Lily, you have any words you want to say?
No. Just keep
That's
being
fine.
wonderful people.
Perfect.
Yeah, agreed.
Right.
And I think that will round us off then. Thank you, everyone. Again, I cannot say enough how much it's appreciated. You guys incredible people, and I'm really proud to be a part of this community when stuff like this happens. So thank you guys. We'll be back in the new year. If you want to keep up to date and watch the VODs of this event, you can see them on our YouTube channel. Also, the 10-year event will be going up at some point. It's uploaded. I just need to make a thumbnail for it because I want to. It's a big thing, so I want to give it a thumbnail. But I'm going to focus on getting these VODs done first. Then the 10-year will go up later in the year. But yeah, we'll be back next year with at least Potterthon and a Potterthon. Maybe some other stuff as well. We'll see. But in the meantime, we are going to send the love over to a lovely, lovely streamer, a newest streamer in this community. We are going to go ahead and raid the wonderful Luna Less Than Free, who has been around. She's donated to this stream this weekend, and she is a wonderful member of the community, mod for Nixo, and new streamer. So we're going to go and give her some love. For those of you that don't know, the Potterthon raid message that we use is Flipendo. So get those flipendos ready in the chat. Thank you again, everyone, for all of your support this weekend from the bottom of my heart, and I'm sure the team will agree. It's been an incredible weekend. Now we're all going to go and have a good sleep, I think.
Yes.
But yeah, but I've done it again. I've doubled up on the P in flipendo. I always do it. Goodness sake.
So
Yeah.
you love it so much.
I'm going
I'm
to
so
give
excited to
Luna
type
lots of
it.
love. I know, right? So excited. Go and give Luna lots of love. She deserves it. She is an awesome member of our community. And yeah, have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much. And we will see you all next year for some more Potterthon shenanigans. Goodbye, guys.